Hello, everyone. Thank you for continuing to join us for our Advisicon webinar series. Today, we're going to look at how we can make sure that all the work we do in a project actually aligns towards our goals and objectives. And we're going to look at a tool that helps us align that. So we'll not only look at the tool, but even a framework, a way of thinking that makes sure that we provide value to our projects. Here at Advisicon, we help organizations achieve greater impact by leveraging work management technologies to accomplish more with less. As work management consultants and technology specialists, our focus is on streamlining processes, improving systems, and achieving better outcomes. A little bit more about your presenter today. My name is Sean Palakiko. I have a background in math education. I have experience in implementing Microsoft 365 as solutions for our customers with a decade of experience delivering instruction and training. I am a PAP and hold a CAP-M as well, professional certified, Microsoft certified professional in Teams, and I am a self-proclaimed semi-professional dad joke teller. Here's one for you. After all my accumulation of dad jokes, my goal is to write an entire theatrical performance made up entirely of puns. It'll be a play on words. Let's look at today's agenda. We'll talk about a framework which I call the project planning pyramid. This is a way of thinking to make sure that your work is aligned with your goals. Secondly, there is a feature in Microsoft Project for the Web called Goals. What is that? What is Goals, and how can it be beneficial to our projects? Then I'll actually do a demo on some benefits, features of using Goals in Project for the Web, and then we'll bring it all back together. All right, let's start with the project planning pyramid. It's easy, and this happens often, where the projects we implement they have this desired solution, but they haven't yet articulated the need or even the value of the solution. For example, executives hear about the great new tool, and then they hear all that buzz around it, and so they say, well, let's put that into our environment without dissecting what is the value of that tool. For example, maybe you need a car. Does it need to be a sports car? Does it just need to get our 19-year-old to college campus and back? Does safety matter? You see, that's why it's important to understand and drive towards the value that a project will bring about. You might get an inexpensive car, but you lack in reliability. You might get a fast car, but that might exceed the budget. Everything we do in a project should be done so that it aligns with, again, the desired value. The pyramid on screen is a framework, a way of thinking again, that serves as a reminder to make sure that everything down to the project management plan aligns with the desired value. It also creates a way for you as a project manager or a project team to be very disciplined in the project process. As you scale down the project planning pyramid, make sure to go step by step and don't pass over any. Some of these terms, they have multiple meanings or very different meanings in different organizations. So let's get on the same page. When I talk about value, we want to understand that it's a desired feeling or state of being. For example, when we talk about acquiring a car, maybe we want safe, reliable, convenient transportation. That's what we want to feel. Secondly, a goal is how that value then becomes realized. When we say safe, reliable, convenient transportation, does public transportation meet that requirement? If not, then perhaps we need to shift towards a personal vehicle. When looking towards public transportation, the convenience impact goes down. So personal vehicle is where we can find that convenience. Working our way down, we want to talk about deliverables then. How do we bring the goals about? What are the tangible or maybe intangible outputs of the goal? So for example, with a safe, reliable, convenient transportation, we want to make sure that it has a high safety rating, fairly new, and good mileage. The requirements to bring about those deliverables, then they are descriptors of the deliverables. So what does high safety rating mean? 5-star safety rating. Fairly new, it has to be less than 50,000 miles on it. And then what does good mileage mean? How do we add to the reliability of this personal vehicle? We say it has to have at least 30 miles per gallon. You can see all the things we're doing, the deliverables requirements, they align to the goals and value, so that now at the bottom there, you can see the tasks. The tasks should connect to the requirements. The tasks are actions that will actually bring about the deliverable and meet the requirement. So now you can see this framework, a way of thinking is to ensure that tasks done at that fifth level down actually does produce value. Even looking at the deliverables or requirements, this framework helps us to ensure that we are providing the right value. For example, maybe we threw out a solution of the sports car, but that's not part of the value here. The value is that it's safe, reliable, and convenient, not new or not flashy. So a sports car, nor a motorcycle for that matter, would actually fit as a solution to this desired value. All right, so we have a way of thinking to make sure that we provide value to the project. How do we bring about that value? Let's look at the feature used in a tool, Project for the Web, and the feature is specifically called goals. How do you think about goals? I want you to think about goals as deliverables as it matches our project planning pyramid. They are the items that bring about the goals, so third level down. Goals, as the way I see it, are very, very beneficial to sponsors or executives. The view, as you see in the image on the screen, has the goal outline with connected tasks under it and dates, status as well. You can have red, yellow, green status, at risk, behind, on track, or even completed. You can even add priorities. Is it a high priority, low priority, medium priority? And what is the projected end date? The date that is set for the goal, it actually does not tie or is not connected to the last date in the tasks that connect to that goal. So it's freestanding, it is alone, which does require some manual updates. However, the benefit of that is that it can be seen like a baseline. This is the date we need to hit it, finish this goal by. So how are we in connection to that date? So I think that serves a lot of value. It's not going to automatically update. It can serve like a baseline again on how we're doing towards that completion date. Goals can be found across all views within Project for the Web. You can group and filter by them. Now, how is that helpful? You can come into your schedule in Project for the Web and filter by a certain goal and say, let me see a picture of that timeline. Let me see the people that are assigned to that goal. Make sure that I speak with them and make sure that they get all the help that they need so that the deliverable that I'm concerned about will actually get completed. You can even look at the chart view and say the number of tasks that require this goal to be completed. So again, it's found throughout the entire schedule and all the views. There are some limits with goals. Right now, you can only assign one task to one goal. One goal can have many tasks, but one task to one goal. I think this does have it feels like a drawback, but I think there's a workaround and even a good discipline to say that a task should only point towards one goal. Now, a secondary or tertiary goal might need the first goal to be completed. So you might have interest in the first goal, and that's how you can be sure that your second or third goal will be done. Furthermore, right now you can only have up to 10 goals per project schedule. Now, that's a good consideration if your project will have more than 10 deliverables. Beyond that, you might consider and think about that you're in the program or portfolio space, and one project may not be enough to hold all that program portfolio needs. Thirdly, goals cannot be reordered at the time of this recording. Now, that is not a huge loss of user interface benefit, but it's just something that we've come to expect with Project for the Web and the related project stack, such as Planner. So it's not a huge drawback, but perhaps something we'll see in the future. Often we like to see priority of goals. So maybe someone can come in and say, here's the priority of goals based on reordering them. If this is a feature you would like to see updated, you can express your voice in the top right-hand corner where you see that smiley face on your user interface. That's where you can send feedback to Microsoft. All right, let's go ahead and actually enter a demo. For our demo situation, we're going to provide a value of rest and relaxation to our customer. Now, they said they want a bathroom remodel, but we've asked them, what is the value again? What do you want to, what's the state of being? What do you want to feel at the end of this bathroom remodel? And they said rest and relaxation. All right, so we're aligning the value down to the goal. And now what are those deliverables, those tangible, maybe intangible items that will bring about this bathroom remodel so that you feel rest and relaxed? And for the customer provided us with some images of a freestanding tub, the specifically handheld shower head, and of course, because of those two, we now need to install plumbing. That's a downstream effect of having these deliverables. So, but we keep that in mind as our project managers. Also, they want floor to ceiling windows. Not sure about the privacy level there, but that's their desire. And maybe they have enough of a landscape where they don't have to worry about others while they're using their new rest and relaxation remodeled bathroom. But this is what the customer wants, so it shall be provided. As we go into the demo today, I'll look to do these things. We'll create a goal, add tasks to a goal. We're going to set the status update and the date. We're going to view the goal progress so we can look across those many views. Then we'll even update a goal, saying let's update the completion of tasks, change dates, give it a red, yellow, green, and even a priority status change if need be. Again, all this is so that you can inform your stakeholders, whether that's the project team or executives or the sponsor and or all of them. Everyone can see a percentage complete. All right, let's dive into the tool. Here we are in Project for the Web. I've gone ahead and created my list of tasks already. Notice that I did put the deliverable with requirements and the task. Again, a very disciplined structure to my project. Let's go ahead and change over to the Goals tab, where we're going to add a goal. I've added the other two goals, but let me add the freestanding tub goal. Notice that these other two goals do have colors, and yes, you can associate a color with the goal. I think that's just helpful for the visualization when you look across, so that you can pick them out across your other views. Okay, now let's go ahead and add tasks to a goal. I could type it here and it would, but it would not be added to a summary task. Rather, let's connect the tasks. You can see that you have a view that is similar to the grid view. Notice that summary tasks cannot be added to the goal. They have to be at the lowest level of tasks. So that's why I think it's important that if you're going to use goals, still put the deliverable with requirements in the schedule, in the grid view. All right, I can open and close task and add them. Notice that this is highly manual. So something to consider. There is a way to add. I'll go ahead and flip over to that view. All right, we've added tasks to goals, but again, you could see that it was a highly manual process. So what I want to also show you is that you could go to the board view and add tasks to goals this way. It does seem a little quicker. However, if you don't title or maybe tag your tasks correctly, it's going to be difficult to parse them out. So goals view might be the best one. Let's also look at the grid view on how we can do this. For this deliverable, I have the goal column exposed, and I can click on here and assign it this way. It does seem a little clunky, a little slow. This is just some user interface desire to go a little quicker. So that is another possibility. However, coming back to the goals view, I think this way would probably be the best way to assign tasks to goals. You can see, you get the certainty of the view, and this clicking, although it's very click heavy, actually ensures accuracy. Notice that I'm in this floor to ceiling goal, and I look back at the handheld shower goal and a task rather, and it does not let me select them. Again, there's that one task to one goal limit. I look back and I say, whoops, I actually added tasks to here that are not part of that goal. Let me change that. So let me unselect them. And then connect. Okay, so now I've added tasks to goals. Let's prioritize them. Let's give them some baseline, if you will. Speaking with my team, I know that this needs to be done by this date. Right now, the 14th is the farthest out date. Great, that'll be fine. So we'll be on track. Also, if I want to give any other edits, I can click on these three dots or click on the name of the goal itself, and I can do more here. One thing is adding a start date and then even giving it a priority. So now I can further describe your goals. Let's go ahead and look at goals across the entire project. Here in the board view, you can see them nicely built out. But again, if I'm concerned about one specific goal or deliverable, I can click on that and see how many tasks are there. I can look at that across the timeline again, and I'm filtered with just that one goal. I can come over to chart and say how many tasks are left to complete two of these goals or just the one. So again, very flexible, very helpful to provide insights. Visibility is a high desire when it comes to project completion. I can even go to the people view and say, again, my concern is this goal. Who is working on that? And we can see we've got the whole team working on that. All right, let's go back to goals and update them. Some time has passed and we are able to actually complete these goals. Okay, now you might say, well, I didn't really see any changes within the goals here, and that's true. There's not really a roll-up found within this. That's why I think it's so important on the grid view to do a proper job here. Let's switch over to there. There is a native column called %complete. You can use that to determine how far along is this deliverable. We roll that one back up. And again, we're filtered, so let me unfilter. And you can see again, percentage completes for each deliverable. Now your team can stay well informed through the grid view as well as the goals view. All right, so let's bring it all together. Remember that whenever you do a project, make sure that you're providing value for the customer, value for your sponsor, that everything aligns and points towards the right value. Project for the Web provides a goal feature that is a way to track this and organize this, and we've seen some of the features there. Again, think of the goals, even though they call them goals, they're actually more like deliverables. If Project for the Web right now doesn't meet your needs, know that there are other ways across the Power Platform where Project for the Web sits that you could track. For example, Project for the Web offers Roadmap as a feature where you can track many projects and see their progress. You can even add manual updates there, manual checkpoints, all on Roadmap. Also, Project offers a Power BI report pack where you can look at the project timeline and see the progress as well. So lots of tools and lots of ways to put this all together. If you found benefit from those and you would like some assistance on how to set this up, please reach out and give us a call. Thank you for watching this webinar. And if you have any questions, reach out to us, like or follow us on social media, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We offer many free trainings in our online academy, and you can access those by visiting advisicon.thinkific.com. For project managers, simply become a member of Advisicon Academy to receive the code to redeem PDUs. Thank you again for watching, and we'll see you again next time.